Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2019. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Really appreciate it. And so we are now moving back to the expanded format, exploring a few of the decks that we still have yet to explore and that have been highly requested, such as Mega Gardevoir with Giratina. So we have Mega Gardevoir. Has the attack, it has 210 HP, it's a Psychic and a Fairy type Pokemon, which is a really nice combination to have in Expanded. We have the attack, Despair Ray, which deals 110 base damage for 2 energy, and then you discard as many of your benched Pokemon as you like. This attack does 10 more damage for each benched Pokemon you discarded in this way. So we're not playing Skyfield, and with Sudowoodo being so popular, it's probably not worth it. So the maximum damage we can do is 160, but thankfully we have this beautiful card Giratina with its ability Distortion Door. Once during your turn before your attack, if this Pokemon's in your discard pile, you may put it onto your bench. If you do, you put 1 damage counter on 2 of your opponent's benched Pokemon. And Shadow Impact deals 130 damage, but we don't have any Psychic Energy, so we're not going to be using that at all. We are just going to use Distortion Door to place damage on the opposing benched Pokemon, and then discard the Giratinas and then bring them back, etc, etc. We have 2 Hoopas and 4 Shaymin EXs to help us advance our game state, and then we discard them along with the Marshadows. We have 2 Colress, 2 Guzma, 2 N, and 2 Sycamore for our supporter cards. We have 4 Ultra Ball and 4 Versigo for consistency, along with 3 Trainer Snail. We have 3 Max Potion and Dimension Valley. So Dimension Valley, each Psychic Pokemon's attacks cost 1 colorless less. Therefore, we can attack for a single energy when that stadium is up. And because of that, we can actually heal the damage that gets dealt to us thanks to the Max Potion. I have 2 Rescue Stretchers to get back any Pokemon that we might need. And we have 4 Gardevoir Spirit Links in order to make sure that we don't skip the turn using Mega Evolution. Mysterious Treasure is an option, possibly a better one, but the issue is Mysterious Treasure doesn't find you Gardevoir. It can find you Mega Gardevoir, it can find you Hoopa, it can find you Marshadow, but it doesn't find you Shaymin, and it doesn't find you the basic Guardi GX. So, I don't know. 10 energies, yes, because we won't always have the stadium. And I'm just thinking that we probably want a couple of Field Blowers in here, and to not... I keep forgetting the A-Specs in expanded decks for whatever reason. So I'm gonna add in the computer search. I'm gonna take out probably a Juniper for that. And then I could use like the Magearna to remove your own tools. Makes sense, but it's like a bench sitter. It's not a great card to start off with. No treasures because you can't search for Shaymin or Gardevoir with Mysterious Treasure. Yeah. Am I going to Anaheim? Yes, I am going to Anaheim. Who came up with this deck? I mean, this is just me trying to come up with a solid list. So what do I want? Field Blowers, and I'm not sold on the Mysterious Treasure being better than Ultra Ball, because it doesn't search for the Gardevoir EX because it's only Fairy type, and it doesn't search for Shaymin EX, which is pretty important. And Ultra Ball combines really well with Shaymin EX as well. There was something else you guys did mention, I think. No, I think just Field Blower, but Garb doesn't seem to be too popular right now. I think I'm just gonna play the deck like that. I have 3 Max Potions, Doc Mick. I have 3 Max Potions, and for some reason I'm getting these signs by the professor, whatever her name is. So let's play a match and we'll see how this goes. We can make changes as we go. Yeah. The important thing is we have the combo of Giratina plus Mega Gardevoir. Oh, Floatstone. Floatstone is what I wanted. Floatstone is a card that I wanted because if we don't start Gardevoir, anything else is just going to be a pain to retreat, especially if we start Hoopa, right? But we do start Gardevoir, so that's great. Yeah, the Max Potions were like right here. Right here. Okay, so I have to click done. Oh, so the update had to do with the GX tag team. See the new updated GX markers. Yeah. What's the full art at the top of the ladder? I don't know. But yeah, look at the GX time. That's actually pretty cool. The new set, I mean, it's still a long way for the new set, right? It will drop when? On the 1st of February? So it's still a long way to go. Okay, we keep getting more and more energies. We get a Giratina, that's awesome. This Ultra Ball will definitely get me a Hoopa, I would say. Hoopa is a good call here. We're gonna thin the deck with Hoopa. We're gonna grab probably 2 Gardevoirs and a Shaman. We're gonna play all of that. And please, 3 months in a row, thank you so much for choosing to use your Twitch Prime subscription. You are officially an orange Tablemon, but you just threw away some of the M&Ms that I was planning on munching on later on. Okay, so I'm gonna fail the Trainer's Mail. I was hoping to get something good off of that. I'll attach to the active and then we'll Shaman for 3. Jirachi X would be a good inclusion, yeah. Jirachi X would be a good inclusion, and so we are now in a horrible spot. So we will pass. New update, rest in peace to your full art Professor Juniper, Jagan. Oh, you didn't get to the full art Juniper, I'm sorry. You think this is too much stuff, Doctor? What do you mean? Creepy Griffly, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime subscription as well. Very kind of you, very, very kind of you. So we're going to see an order pad, Trainer's Mail. Okay, so we're probably up against Archie's Blastoise, I would imagine. Probably not a great matchup, honestly. Probably not a great matchup. Hard F on the PTCGO hands indeed, Halucha. I mean, it's what you come to expect, I guess, usually. Ultra rolls away the Fala and the water. Hoopa to Guardi, Shaman, and Jirachi. Yeah, one Jirachi X wouldn't be a terrible idea here, for sure. One Jirachi X wouldn't be a terrible idea. So there's the Shaman for my opponent. He's looking for that turn 1 Archies. Right, he's looking for that turn 1 Archies. Gonna see a Shaman. Pseudo Mug and Item Lock versus Guardi deck. Yep, that's the reason why Guardi is probably not very good. Yeah, like I'm playing this deck because a lot of people requested it, but Pseudo Wudo hurts the deck, Alolan Mug completely destroys the deck, and Item Lock is just a pain in the butt to deal with as well. So, yep, not the greatest deck. Not the greatest position, not the best position deck in the meta, but it was an idea that people wanted me to try out, so why not, right? Why not? Finally gets a compressor to get those Blastoise in the discard pile. This Kyogre with dual splash, not a big fan. Grand Wave, dealing 140 and can't attack. I think I prefer Volcano Prism a lot more than that attacker. 90 HP, 2 price Pokemon. What could go wrong, right? What could go wrong, indeed. Okay. There's a Palkia Dragon type, which is great for us because it's actually weak. He's playing down cards, gets back energy, which doesn't make much sense. Like, sure, you attach 1, but now he has 2 unplayable energy, or 1 unplayable energy, definitely for next turn. Although, I guess it doesn't matter if your opponent is just not going to do anything at all. 130 HP, so we can't even 2-hit KO this friend. So we're just gonna have to go life loop here. I could have used Giratina's ability, I guess, though. Probably not, because I want that bench space open. You want to make Megaforce as your first expanded deck, Cully, Honey Badger. I mean, that's fair. I just don't think Megaforce is... I don't even remember what it does. Order Pad. Tails. That's awesome to see. Order Pad, that should be a heads. He's flipped 2 tails in a row. So on average, that would be a heads. That's very sad for my opponent. And there's a concession. So... pretty bad hand for us to start off, but we get the win because my opponent failed to get the head flip for the Archies. Okay, it's really good. It does 170 on paralysis, and with electro power it does 200. and it does 30 damage to itself. Okay, yeah, I guess with Electro Power it's something interesting to explore for sure. Definitely something interesting to explore. Lugia Pesadilla we're up against, so we'll see what we can do. One issue of trying this like non-tier 1 decks is that since my rating is high in the ladder, especially since the other day I had like 12 and 13 win streaks when I was practicing for Expanded for Anaheim, that brings my elo really high, right? So we play against people who are obviously really good, and therefore these type of decks, which are not exactly the most competitive or the most powerful, just end up struggling against the top meta decks. Yeah, Cuddly Honey Badger, I mean, there's a lot of synergy for electric type Pokemon right now for sure, so seems like a solid choice. Seems like a solid choice. Okay, so we're going second. I benched these two guys. We're up against perhaps Rayquaza Ho-Oh. Right, perhaps Rayquaza Ho-Oh here. And my opponent says hello. We'll send a hello back. So yes, we are up against a very weak Rayquaza. So as long as we get some playable cards, we get to Omega Guardi, we should be in an okay spot. Although whoever gets the first two prize cards will probably be the winner here. Our Giratinas are not going to be too important because we one-hit KO Rayquaza effortlessly unless he has weakness policy for whatever reason. This Cake Pop is what? Is Ray a thing? What? I don't understand, Pat. So there we have the Receiver for N. I'll very happily take the N here for sure. I will very, very happily take the end here. Our hand was okay, nothing to write home about. Our hand now is actually pretty good. It's so good I might just bench Guardian and draw pass. Like draw bench Guardian and pass. The stadium is annoying, but not the end of the world because we still have knockout, easy knockout. My opponent decides to retreat, will flip tails, and Trippin' and Shumish, thank you so much for the bits. Did you know that you can send M&Ms instead of the regular bits? Maybe you forgot. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and then I think I'm just gonna attach to the active, and then I'm gonna life leap here. My opponent will probably attack me, but won't do enough damage to kill my Guardi. If he does, then we're gonna go all in into the Spirit Link, Guardi, Energy, Juniper into hopefully a Stadium card. That's the plan, at least. That's why I didn't want to Juniper away the two very valuable Mega Guardi and the Spirit Link at all. Oh, you did forget Tribune and Tribune. I don't know how to make a good reminder for that. And then we see the Sycamore or the Juniper getting energy into a discard pile for Ho. It's only a flip, so it's not that big a deal. He does flip heads. So, is that going to be enough to knock me out? Yep, that's 8 energies. That is going to be a knockout, so probably should have attached to the bench. I mean, as long as we get a stadium, we should be fine, but it's just not great of a spot to be in. Thank you so much, Tribune and Shumish, for the bits. Okay, so we need a stadium, right? That's what we really need. If we get a stadium, we're fine. If we don't get a stadium, we are in trouble. This top deck is actually pretty bad for us because now we're gonna lose an option here. And we get the stadium, which is awesome. My opponent is surprised. He tells us we have a good deck. I do get the Hoopa, which is awesome. Now we have a knockout on the active. I will get the other Mega Guardi. I'll get this Guardian. I'll get a Shaman. I can evolve the other Mega Guardi as well, which is great. Right? Pretty great. You need to make sure to evolve once you have the Spirit Link and not before. And then let's go ahead and play the Trader's Mail for a Guzma. Guzma is pretty good, that way we secure a knockout on this guy. Next turn, then we'll Trader's Mail again. Definitely want to grab the Dimension Valley in case this gets bumped. That's also pretty good. And then I'll just Shaman for 2, and I'm gonna get rid of the Hoop and the Shaman. I literally don't gain or lose anything by doing that. And wow, the Marshadow is honestly a pretty good card to get here, because my opponent does have 8 cards in his hand, so bringing him down to 4 would be great. Do I want to play that? Because the Guzma and the Guzma plus Dimension Valley and energy guarantees me I have another knockout. So that's why I'm hesitating. Like, even if he gets a return KO, that's fine, because then we knock him out and then he's out of options. And I don't think he gets a return KO. Well, if we use Marshadow, he definitely doesn't get a return KO. So let's go ahead and do that. I guess the risk versus reward is pretty good here. Okay, and then we're gonna Despair Ray away these 3 guys, right? I mean, I could Despair Ray the Guardi as well, but no reason to do that. I do have the Stretcher to get back the Mega Guardi that I lost earlier. We get the KO thanks to weakness, we get the Hoop and the Shaman back essentially. No Giratinas inside. Perhaps this deck could do with some Rescue Stretchers. I mean, not Rescue Stretchers, Battle Compressors as well. And hello Ball, thanks so much for being here. Okay, so we see a Max Elixir, so there is a chance my opponent gets a return KO. And then we get a return KO, which is nice. Fighting Fury Belt doesn't make a difference. Him playing a Stadium would be awful, though. Maybe it wasn't worth it, actually. Because if he plays a Stadium, if he plays Parallel City, and gets a knockout, we are in a lot of trouble. And I really mean a lot of trouble. That is going to be the 5th energy. He's already attached energy from hand. The discard was pretty good. First Seeker, Guzma, and Max Elixir. The Max Elixir being the important card there. We're going to see a Lele. Probably not for N. Perhaps for Cold Rest. Perhaps for Juniper. There's the Juniper. So yeah, I went with the Marshadow Shuffle. I'm not sure it was the right play because I did have the Guzma immediately. Which, like, my opponent might just try to buy himself a turn here. Right? And he already attached energy from hand. If he had waited and attached to his Aurora, this Aurora should be safe from my attack. And then he gets all the energy he wants, and then if I don't have the Guzma, he's in a great spot. Okay, so Sad Face is good, right? For us. Sad Face is good for us, I would imagine. Retreats into the hole. Oh, he hadn't attached. And he plays other energies. Wow. That is definitely not what I was expecting. Okay, so Max Potion is pretty nice here. Max Potion is pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and attach, and then I think I'm just going to end here. I really want the Giratinas though. I really need to find those Giratinas. Those are not Giratinas. I will, however, use the Shaman because I can just discard it, therefore it's not a liability whatsoever. There's the first Giratina. There's a Guzma, and I'm gonna grab... Oh, this one's tough. I think I grabbed the Stadium. Being able to continually attack is more important than the Guzma, I think, at this point. So I'm gonna bench this, and then this has 160 HP, so I'm actually short on the damage. Ugh. If I had another basic, then I could just easily take this down on the bench. I mean, the 140 damage is great, don't get me wrong. Because what I do next turn is, even like if he attacks me with a Ho-Oh, that's okay. Because then I go Guzma, KO the Ray, and bring back the Giratina and place the damage counter here. and then that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, but now he gets knockout though. Okay, so it's gonna come down to, can he get return KO on this Guardy after we eliminate another 3 energy, right? So perhaps grabbing the Verse Seeker would have been good. I mean, I couldn't know, right? So, okay, let's do this. I'll attach. I will Marshadow, right? Just to get a better hand potentially. If I'd gotten Giratina, I would have won here. I mean, I could still get it, right? There's still a chance I get Giratina plus Ultra Ball or Computer Search. And there we go. That is GG. Compressor for Giratinas. Yep, I think Compressor for Giratinas would be pretty good. We're going to use Distortion Door. We're going to place the damage. And then we're going to do this. And we have now won the game. It busted indeed. Yeah, so I guess this is what the deck intends to do, right? I do think Battle Compressors would be a great idea in here. Broken War. Not quite Broken War. We even get the third Giratina. But the Stadium is really awesome. The Stadium plus Max Potions is really, really awesome. Didn't matter here, but it could matter against things like Zorg. So yeah, how many Giratina am I running? I am running 3, right? I am running 3 Giratina right now. I will try and make the change before our next match. But how do I fit in 2 Battle Compressors though? That seems impossible. Maybe I don't need 4 Shaman, maybe 3 is enough. Maybe, yeah. Okay, so I think my 2 cuts are 1 Shaman and 1 Energy. Right? Or maybe 1, no, Marshadow is pretty good. 1 Energy and 1 Shaman, I think, are my cuts. For the... Oh, I don't even have Tapu Lele. Oops. I probably should have a Tapu Lele, or at least a Jirachi. Okay, so I'll do Jirachi over Marshadow, fine. I'll do Jirachi EX over the Marshadow. And then we'll do Battle Compressor. 2 of them. Dylan, I'm glad you enjoy Expanded. It doesn't seem to be that way. I feel like Expanded definitely has a lower interest in general for most people. Wow, Tribunal Shroomish, really? All 4 Giratina in the discard and KO both of them on turn 1? That's pretty broken. That's pretty broken. 4 Giratina is a lot though. 4 Giratina is a lot. But I can see that being good. I can see that being good. Jirachi is better than Lele for sure. Fair enough. I'll take your word for it. Okay. And so let's go ahead and flip. We win the coin flip. Our opponent says hello and sends us a heart. That's very kind. He played a Skyfield variant. Okay. Yeah, Skyfield is another option for sure. But then you need Mega Turbo, right? Instead of Max Potions, you play Mega Turbo. Okay, so we're up against a Landra's deck of sorts. Definitely attach this. Definitely attach this. And then the Max Potions could be pretty important. So assuming I don't have to worry about Delinquent, well, I'm gonna get a Shaman anyways, I guess. So we'll grab a Hoopa. The other Hoopa is indeed prized. And then we'll do this. And then we'll do this, this, and this, I guess. 2 Guardies plus a Shaman seems good. It loses to Zora because they have more healing and Sudowoodo. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And, I honestly wouldn't mind a Battle Compressor right here. I think I'm just gonna go for it. I am going to go ahead and grab the Compressor and just put all 3 Giratina into the discard pile. Right? And I haven't even played a Draw Supporter yet. So definitely want to end here, get a fresh hand. This is where my Giratina can be paired with Fairy Charms for the meta goal. It's so much though, Pat. It's just so much to have. Okay, so Jirachi is going to end up being pretty useful here, because now we're dead drawing. So we'll just pass. We won't get any extra damage right now, but that's fine, because as long as we get a hit in here, that should be enough. If we get an 150 hit or 140, we should be able to eliminate the landers eventually. Do you think Turbo Dark has any potential for Anaheim? Beats Trev and is too much for Zoro Control. I mean, those are definitely two great matchups to have. I think it should probably struggle against Archies as well a little bit. Well, I guess Fighting Fury Belt makes it pretty good. So yeah, it definitely sounds like it has potential. I do like the idea behind that. I do like the idea behind that for sure. You think Zero Control needs nerfing? Possibly, yeah, possibly. Okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and grab Colress, right? Yeah, Colress is our best bet. So we are assuming we are going to get a Mega Guardi off here. So I'm gonna heal the Guardi. I'm gonna attach the energy. I'm gonna play the Stadium, and I'm gonna go ahead and Colress. And then I'm probably gonna discard these four, like the Hoopa, the Guardi, the Shaman, and the Jirachi. I do get this. Luis, thank you so much for the M&Ms. Very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Because once I do that, I could do the Guzma play into triple Giratina and to knock out the Landorus. I don't have a Guzma yet, but I could Rescue Stretcher back the Jirachi to get it. So I think that's definitely my play. I'm not going to play any other cards. I'm just going to Despair Ray. Discard these four. That is 150 damage. And then next turn, hopefully I can get a 3-price turn, which would be pretty cool. Then NGX is really strong against things like Groudon and Guardi. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Against Archies, you go after the Blasters, and if they Archie again, then Kuzma Blasters again. Yeah, that makes sense. You definitely make a good argument for Turbo Dark, Dylan. Definitely a good argument for Turbo Dark. You can certainly want Spirit Link for the Giratina, since you can reuse them and place between draw without fear of Field Blower, then put a Choice Band pad. Ugh, I don't know. Because you have to Ultra for the Giratina, like it's not super easy to find. I don't know. Oh wow, he played the Hammer thing. I mean the Scoop Up Cyclone thing. Well, that's not very nice. Okay, so we get the Max Potion. So we're not going to use Jirachi just yet. We will bench this guy. We will play this. Do I want a Max Potion though? Okay, so I'm definitely going to use Distortion Door. Oof, if I had 4. Yeah, let's place the damage this way. And then I'm gonna Cold Whisk here. So I think I am going to Max Potion. Okay, so maybe I place, yeah, 1 here and 1 here. That way I can KO both Zubats if I really want to next turn. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and Cold Whisk here. So I should waste the Trainer's Mail. Well, yeah, it is wasting it. Okay, it fails, that's fine. So I'm taking a risk here, right, by healing the Mega Guardi, but I still have 6 energy left, and I'm gonna draw 9 cards out of a 24 card deck, so odds should be very nicely for me to get that out. I'm gonna attach, and then I'm gonna Despair Ray. Just gonna discard the Giratinas this time. Yeah, that seems okay. 140 damage. Yeah, like I don't need to immediately KO the Landorus, it's fine. You have eggs in the list too, Pat? 2 of them? Okay, that's nice. You like pretzel M&Ms the best. My favorite ones are peanut butter M&Ms for sure. Peanut butter M&Ms, I think, are the best thing since sliced bread. Okay, so we're gonna see a Lele, maybe for an Acerola? No, for a Colress. Okay, that's fine. That is honestly very, very fine. Next turn, we can get 4 prizes. So even if this was a puzzle, I mean, if this was a puzzle deck, we would just be knocking out with Cardi, right? Super Scoop Up Tails, that's good. If he doesn't evolve, I think I go after the Subats, right? I go after the Subats and I KO the Landorus. He does evolve though. He does evolve the Golbat. Gets 20 more damage in, that's fine. Will he evolve the other Subat? Apparently not. That's good news, right? So I can get rid of Subat and this guy. Okay, so let's make sure I do this right. We're definitely evolving, right? Definitely attaching. And then we are going to use 1 Distortion Door. Here and here. And then I Guzma. Right? Then I Guzma. And then I use the other 2 Distortion Doors. 1 here and 1 here. And then the 2 Distortion Doors go here, I think. No, okay, so they're gonna go here and here. Because this is 3 Distortion Doors away from getting knocked out. I have the Versus Seeker for the Guzma. So I could just end up winning next turn by knocking out Lele and Landorus. X is another way of boosting attack in a pinch, indeed. Indeed, and makes your discards with Ultra Wall or Mysterious Treasure a lot easier, right? Does find the Super Scoop Up. That's annoying for sure. And super, super annoying. Gets the Choice Band. But my opponent's not taking any or dealing any damage, so I think we're good here. This N could be hurtful though. No stadiums yet by my opponent. We get a Marshall, we get a Shaman, that's good. I mean, I have a Guzma. Should I attack something with the Guzma? Who is he going to Hammerhead though? That's the question. Okay, goes after this guy. So if I go after the Diancie with the Guzma, should be able to get a good knockout here. So let me think this through. I'm definitely gonna Guzma KO the Diancie, right? That's definitely part of the plan. Well, that's definitely the plan. So then, I'm gonna be down to 2 prizes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and Distortion Door onto the 2 GXs. It's probably difficult for him to heal both of them, right? I'm only gonna use 2 though. Well, am I? Or am I just gonna use all 3? Yeah, let's just use all 3. Well, no, because I deal 160 damage if I clear my whole bench. So let's go ahead and Marshadow, just to limit my opponent's possibilities. And we get a Max Potion, no energy this time. That would have been pretty broken. So we're just gonna go ahead and Despair Ray, discard these guys, get a knockout. I could have also just hit for 110 and kept that bench space open and then gone for a Guzma again, but I didn't have another Guzma, so... Okay, so as long as I don't lose both of my Mega Guardies, I should be okay, right? And if I can find a Guzma. But if he attacks me with Crobat, he's not taking 2 prizes, so we should be fine. Shouldn't the pink go in Golbat instead of the Lele? I don't think so, Deadly B, because I'm trying to win next turn, right? Either with a Guzma K on the Lele or a Guzma K on the Landorus. That way, like, because if I don't ping the Lele, well, I guess I can just clear up my bench. The thing is, I have 3 Giratinas. If I lose a Pokemon and then somehow I can't find a benched Pokemon anymore, I can't do maximum damage. So, I mean, I don't think it matters too much at this point. Before he did the super scoop up. Yeah, possibly. Okay, so he targets me down. I have the Jirachi, which is Guzma, which is game. Right? I have the Jirachi, which is Guzma, which is game. Unless I don't have a Guzma in my deck, which I don't. Oopsies. I do have 2 versus Seekers. Oopsie daisies. Okay, so let's go ahead and Ultra Ball away then for Shaman. And then let's go ahead and Ultra Ball Jirachi over Lele. Yes, Cuddly Honey Badger, because you can search for Jirachi with Hoopa, but you can't search for Lele with Hoopa. And then we will play this, set up for 6. We have 2 versus Seekers on average. We won't get one, but this should get me the versus Seeker, right? Because I just get rid of 3 cards that are not versus Seekers. I have 4 cards left in my deck. And then I Trainer's Mail for the versus Seeker. And then I versus Seeker for the Guzma. And Mega Guardi's in a hot streak. Mega Guardi is in a hot streak. And we'll bench this, and then we'll do maximum damage. By discarding everything, we are down to 2 prizes. We're taking a knockout on the GX, and we are good to go. Perfecto. Okay, so we went undefeated with this deck, which is pretty cool. Still think there's a lot of like really obvious counters to this, to where I wouldn't take this to a regional, but it's certainly a fun deck to play, right? It's certainly a fun deck to play. And so guys, with that, that will be all for Mega Guardi with Giratina. Next up, you guys get to choose. Do you want to see the Glacian deck with the Delinquent Amonot, or do you want to see an updated Whaler deck? Completely up to you guys. Let me know in chat. I will be right back in just a second.